crap, and your back hurts and your neck hurts, and you're like, I need to go to the doctor now.
Right.
But 12 hours ago, you were on the phone with the adjuster saying, no, I'm okay, I'm all right.
Ryan Alexander.
Jay, good afternoon.
We're talking about personal injuries.
Yes.
So the question that I have for you, it's a really simple question, but it's really important. Should a person talk to the insurance company instead of talking to an attorney? Why or why not?
Generally, no. Generally, the person should not call an insurance company if you intend to make a claim for personal injury. So if you intend to make a claim for personal injury, or you think you're going to, it's better to let us handle it, because this is what we do day in, day out. We talk to the insurance companies. We know their language. We know it's all being recorded, everything you tell them. And so we know how to say things in a way that allows us that you can go get your treatment, and we're not like giving too much information up front, and then we'll present it all together in the demand packet at the end of your treatment. Because what the insurance company wants to get out of you if you call them directly, it's not always bad as long as you're just reporting that an accident happened and the mechanics of I was going east and this is what happened. But if you think there's any dispute of liability, if you think the defendant or the other side is going to try and weasel out of anything, then just let us handle it. Because what the insurance company wants to get you to say immediately on a recorded line is, are you hurt? And you say, no, I'm fine right now. And they want to get that commitment that you're not going to go get medical care.
Right.
And of course, they beat us over the head with it, because the next day you wake up and you're like, crap, and your back hurts and your neck hurts, and you're like, I need to go to the doctor now.
Right.
But 12 hours ago, you were on the phone with the adjuster saying, no, I'm okay, I'm all right.
Right.
And that's what they want. That's like, they're like, hitting the buzzer, getting the bonuses.
Right.
As soon as they can get you to say that in recording.
Right.
So that's the catch, right? They're trying to get you to say you're not hurt or you're not going to get treatment. Or certain insurance companies like Geico will try and get you to commit in that first call. Will you take $750 to settle your claim right now? And if you say that verbally, you can be bound. Yeah. So, or they'll offer $1,000 or sometimes $2,000.
Right.
I've also had Allstate doing that, and some of the other insurance companies. They got really aggressive, and they were like, from the very first call, they say, "Well, we can settle your claim now for $2,000, and you can verbally accept if I have your authority to record." Well, they're recording anyway, but they'll say, "Well, if I," and if you say, "Yeah, I'll take it," that can bind you. Now, the law in Nevada changed, thankfully. We got a legislative change on that. So if you don't have an attorney, you have a couple of weeks. We can appear in the case and rescind that. But if you don't get to us within a few days that we can do that, I mean, realistically, we got a month, but it's like, no, we got to get involved right away. But they can bind you with that agreement.
That's so crazy, because when that law passed, the insurance company was like, rats,
got away, foiled, foiled again.
Yeah.
Next time, catch it.
Right.
They were
right.
Yeah, no, because that was a trick. That was a thing that they would do, and because people would call us and they'd be like, "Well, hey, Geico offered me $1,000, but I said I'd take it, but my neck really hurts now." And I'd be like, and before then, sometimes we would take it and try and get them out of it, and we could muscle through something that they were tricked. But there's a lot of people probably that got stuck. And that's what we get. So because we know the language of insurance, and we know what they're looking for, and we know what they're prying for, they usually don't push on us for that. Like, they're like, hey, can you tell us anything about their injuries at this point? And we usually like, well, it's, we'll give a body part, but we'll say this is what is right now, but they're going to go to treat, and we'll get you the medical records when they're done. And they say, okay, they know. They're not going to get a fast one on us for that, because like I said, this is all we do day in, day out. But you're dealing with somebody who doesn't want to pay you. I mean, that's the whole thing. Is you're dealing with a structure where it's set
they
up,
come
they don't
on
want
as they're your friend, like they're being helpful,
like
and
a good neighbor.
Yeah, exactly, right.
Yeah, and then but really it's like they just want to like get the claim out, and it's their incentive, right? They want to pay as little as possible on every single claim,
Right.
because their duty is to preserve the money they have.
Right.
So they duty to their shareholders or the people that are the mutual members, right? Like if it's an insurance mutual. So their whole goal is to pay you as little as possible. So yeah, that's what I say. Leave it to us. So when people are like, oh, you know what? I didn't call into the insurance yet. Oh, that's okay. We'll do that for you.
Yeah.
We'll do that. And not only that, I'll say this. They leave us on hold for a while too. Like it'll take you 30, 40, 50 minutes to call in that first time. So it's like it takes a while. I've stayed there at night till 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night just calling opening insurance claims. Because that initial call goes to like a half an hour or more.
There's that one person on the other end that just keeps on pushing voicemail.
Yeah. Well, it's like, or they live, you're typing in live agent, and it's like live agent not available, and you're like, you're trying to get somebody on the phone, because they are trying to automate stuff. And that's the funny thing, is that obviously we're in a culture now that outsources stuff.
Right.
And so at night when you call Allstate, you get a call center on the other side of the planet, and they're reading a script, right?
They don't know nothing about it, right? Yeah. Actually, that brings me to the next thing. When you do call, and how long you have to call, how long do you have to file?
Okay. Yeah.
But next video.
All right. Sounds good.
Thank you for your help.
Thanks, Jeff.
Okay.
When life is hard and you've had enough, you don't have to fight this battle alone. There's a lawyer in Vegas who treats you like home. Ryan Allison, best Las Vegas personal injury. Ryan